What's up, YouTubers? It's your girl Classy, and I've been doing a few videos of story time with my grandmother family, kicking it with her. Um, I thought I'd do a little story time on my own. Let's talk about relationships and the bad luck that I have with them, apparently, because I have yet to have a successful one. Anyway, let's talk about my last relationship. I was in a relationship with this guy named Robert, aka Yella. I don't know if we could call it a relationship or a relationship, SHIT, or a situationship. I don't know, I'll say a relationship because we had the relationship, side of things, but it was shitty. For instance, okay, like we were both legally married. Well, I won't even say were. Were means past tense, but I'll say are. We are both legally married. He to his wife of 2 years, 3 years. Me to my husband of 5 years. The only difference is I've been separated from my husband the entire marriage. And Robert had told me that he was too. Y'all, let me tell you about how we met. We met on Facebook. Both of us lived in Nashville, and this man pursued me through Messenger a lot, but I never really, entertained it because I just felt like, I don't know. At the time, I was kind of seeing somebody who wasn't a good guy either, but, you know, he, I don't know. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, if I wanted to try to make it work, which I did, but I was just kind of tired of dealing with the BS. But anyway, I had went out one night and I had been to my bike night for the motorcycle club that I'm in. Yes, DS4L, Dark Side for Life. But I just wasn't feeling bike night this particular night, and I ended up leaving and going to Bailey's to karaoke, and something that I've done quite often because I love me some karaoke, baby. Well, anyway, I went to karaoke because on Tuesdays they have these drink specials after 10 o'clock. You know, the real cheap drinks. The kind that fit my budget. I'm stop being silly. Well, I had gotten a message from him. And actually, I think I might have commented on one of his pictures because he never smiled. But he was really attractive and would never smile. So me being me, with this slick, flirty personality, I commented on one of the pictures. I was like, you need to smile sometimes. And his response was kind of cheesy. It was like, he responded to me through Messenger and he said, I only smile if I have a reason to. And I was like, yeah, he's corny, one of them. Anyway, so I actually I actually I actually I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. My son walked in. But I actually had sent that message like some months before or whatever, and finally, like I was saying, this particular night I got a response from him, and he asked me what I was doing. I told him I was at Bailey's, and he was like, are you by yourself? I was like, yeah, self can't tell on self, trying to be smart. And he was like, well, I better come out there before somebody snatch you up. And I was like, like a giddy little schoolgirl. And I was like, yeah, you just might want to do that. Well, I am a hard to get type of person. At least I like to play hard to get. And I told him where I was at, and he came on out there, of course, and I pretended like I didn't know who he was. And I should have known that he wasn't right because I seen the wedding band print on his finger. Now, mind you, like I said in the beginning of this video, I said I've been married 5 years. Do you see a wedding band print on this finger? No. No. His was fresh as that. So I asked him, I was like, I asked him, are you a ain't shit ass nigga? And he chuckled. And he was like, what is an ain't shit ass nigga? I said, one that takes their wedding bands off. And he was like, I'm an ain't shit ass nigga, and laughed. And I was like, okay, well, let me ask you this. I said, let me tell you this. I said, I'm married as well, but my situation is like this. I ain't been with my husband in years, blase, blase, blase. If your marriage is like that, then I'll entertain it because I'm not trying to be no homewrecker or break up no happy home or nothing like that. And we just went from there. We ended up, sitting at the bar, chilling this particular night, and I went my way, and he went his. And he called me, and we talked, and we met the next night, and the day after that, and then I faded on. I went to Atlanta on that ass, and I, didn't tell him I was going. Well, anyway, while I was in Atlanta, he was gone on the cruise, and when he came back from the cruise, of course, we got together, and we were inseparable from that day on. Even lived together, and when I tell you, he was a liar. I mean a liar. He had me fooled. But I guess that's what liars do. They fool you. He was still entertaining her, and I didn't know. And she was way older than us. Way older than us. And he was younger than me. That was my first big no-no, really. I never liked the younger men. My second big no-no was that he was light-skinned. Come on, bruh, light-skinned. And I know what you're thinking. I'm not light-skinned. I'm paper sack brown. Really a lot of red. But light-skinned, I will insert pictures. Anyway. My grandmother says that I was blinded by his looks. And then also because we had, mutual interests. We both love music. I love to sing. I love to write. He loved to do the producing side of it. And, making me sound good. So that was a common bond. We even made a few songs together. But, he was such a liar and such a conniving. He was a womanizer. And I allowed him to, do just that because I was blinded. And then, too, I think I just wanted to be loved so much that I was willing to accept anything. Well, after, living together, we moved to Georgia, and that's when the heartache began. I found out really before we moved to Georgia, probably that week, that he was still talking to the wife, because he was lying to her, and she didn't know who I was, but I didn't really know who she was either. But I'm telling you, his creep game was amazing, because apparently when he said he was at work, he really wasn't at work. But I knew he worked because he would send pictures. I met the boss. He had a paycheck, but he just wasn't working like, how he was saying that he was working. And I guess that's when he was getting the time from her. And then also, he was a kept man. Like, she could keep him, like, financially. And she didn't mind doing it, I guess, because she didn't want to have another failed marriage. And then, shoot, he was her tenderoni. He was younger than her. But, when I say we went sour, we went super sour. And I hadn't experienced heartache like that in a long time. Like, a real long time. But, if it don't kill you, it make you stronger. And sometimes the stronger process is not always the easiest. It tends to be painful. It tends to be trying. It tends to be lingering. But I'll save all the details for some of the things that I went through with Robert for another video. Besides, I have so many relationship videos, or we can call them, I don't really want to use the term relationships, but I'd like to say trial and error runs, You think at 37 I would be getting it right by now, but time waits for no one. Anyway, YouTubers, it's your girl Classy, and I appreciate you listening to me, and I'll holler at you later, Classy Squad. Keep your class game up.